Um, since getting into film editing has always been my favorite thing, favorite part of the process. Um, but in film school, I discovered that it was absolutely my passion. That it was absolutely my favorite part of the process, where everything came together and you really found the voice of the film.
So that's why you enjoy being an editor because do you when you are editing, do you have a preference working with going to set to see things, or would you rather be surprised in the edit bay when you get dailies?
Uh, there are pros and cons to both in terms of bet- so- between going to set and staying in the edit bay so that you're a little more objective. There are pros and cons. I think for coverage that's a little more simple, staying in the edit bay, staying away from location is completely fine. Oftentimes, I found in complicated visual effects shoots, being on set is essential in terms of helping figure out the geography, the needed beats, especially when you're dealing with like things like ghosts and people that aren't there. It's incredibly useful to be a part of the process on set and be able to fly shots in and say, this worked, this didn't. Like on Ghostbusters Afterlife, I cut all of the storyboards before we were shooting. And then when I was in Calgary, we'd fly shots in. And then first we did second unit. A few months later, we did main unit. So I was on the stage swapping out storyboards for the live action plate and seeing if it was going to work. And then I'd run over with my laptop to Jason and be like, "What do you think about this?" And he was able to say, "Yeah, this works. This doesn't. Let's tweak this." And that to me is invaluable.
And then if somebody who wants to be an editor, maybe doesn't, or wants to get into the business, do you have any advice for people maybe starting out, or somebody to say, should I learn media composer?
Absolutely, you have to learn. Absolutely, you have to learn Media Composer. Uh, there's the saying of you know be the right
Maybe start off by
yeah,
if you want to
right,
start a
right.
career and get started.
Uh, I firmly believe that if you want to be an editor, you need to learn Media Composer. It's a no-brainer. There's the saying, being at the right place at the right time, and I always like to add to that: make sure you're the right person at the right place at the right time. This town is sort of built on opportunities, but if you're not ready to step up and an opportunity presents itself, uh, nothing's going to happen. If you know Media Composer, if you're the one that can solve a problem and uh, if you're the one that knows how to use the software when someone needs you to, then you've opened doors.
Awesome. Do you feel that the editing community is an open community? Are you heavily involved in the editing community, or any mentoring for editors?
Uh, I personally think post production is the nicest community in this town. I think the editing community is incredibly loving and open. I have met a number of mentors through Twitter, online, and the Avid forums that have been instrumental in my career, honestly. I would not be here without mentorship, without people that have let me or given me a hand.
Are you involved with like as far as the avid editors, is it important sort of to remain involved with those to get around ideas, thoughts, ways people edit, just to have a good camaraderie with everybody?
Absolutely. I think it's incredibly important to the community to share how people work and share different ways to do it. Because that's to me one of the beauties about Avid is that it doesn't force you to do anything any one way. And so I'm always learning how other people do things, and I like sharing how I do things. It just is allows us to edit the way that our brains work, and but also learn new things and expand.
That's why I mean, talking with editors, or the amount of time that I've shown editors Media Composer, you're using maybe 40% of what the
Hmm.
software actually does.
Yeah.